I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. Whoever has taught you about how to battle lust is probably wrong. Was probably wrong. Because if they were right, you wouldn't be watching this video. Be honest with yourself. How many times in a day do you have lustful thoughts? If it's a lot, stay till the end because this video might just change your life. For context, I used to be a middle school teenager who would have tons of lustful thoughts. But now, because I figured out exactly how to battle these lustful thoughts, quite frankly now, the only thoughts I have is about God, my business, self-improvement, and how to just overall change my life and better my life. So if you want to know exactly how I did it, stay to the end because this video might just change your life. So the 4 pieces of advice that I'm going to give you today, starting out with the first one, is get busy. Now, what does that mean? Well, it basically means stay busy, okay? Because when you're busy, you're going to have no time to think about any of these lustful thoughts that a lot of people have, okay? For example, for me, how I stay busy is I read books, I go on walks, I watch podcasts, I read books, or I just play with my dogs. Stay busy, okay? Because the moment you are not busy and you are just bored sitting down on Netflix or on your phone or whatever, scrolling through Instagram Reels, the moment you just sit down and just start thinking, that's the moment the lustful thoughts come, okay? So if you want to stop having these lustful thoughts that are disgusting, get busy. Start doing some productive stuff. Start working on your business or start working on something productive or something meaningful that you love, okay? Because the moment you start getting busy, all those little thoughts that you have in your brain, they're gonna go away, okay? Because you're gonna be distracted and focused on the task you have at hand, okay? So get busy. Second is my favorite one, and I think is one that everybody should be doing, is offer it up to God and ask God to guide you. See, look, these lustful thoughts that are in your head, they're simply just the devil trying to distract you and trying to lead you into sin. That's the reality. So one of the best things you can do is offer it up to God and say, Lord, I offer you these lustful thoughts that I have, and I ask you to guide me and have mercy on me, Lord. Because quite frankly, when you ask God to guide you and to take away any of those lustful thoughts you have, He will guide you in the right direction. So just pray and just have faith and ask the Holy Spirit and say, Lord, Holy Spirit, guide me and help me get rid of these thoughts. Have mercy on me, Lord. So if you want to get rid of lustful thoughts, make sure you pray about it, go to church, receive communion, and go to the Blessed Sacrament. And ask the Holy Spirit to guide you. So these lustful thoughts don't come up in your mind. The third thing you can do to get rid of these lustful thoughts is consume good stuff. Now look, nowadays, there's tons of content out there that is horrible. I mean, TikTok, Instagram Reels, a lot of those things have a lot of things that distract a lot of young men and girls, whatever. All right? So what you want to do is, instead of consuming short form content and videos that don't even help you at all, start consuming content that is going to benefit you, okay? A couple of content that you can consume is watch an educational podcast. Watch The Diary of the CEO, watch Andrew Huberman, watch Dr. Jack Cruz, or watch Father Mike Schmitz talking about the Eucharist, the sacrament, or something, but just consume good content, okay? Because when you start consuming good content, your thoughts will begin to change, and you're gonna start thinking way more better things. You're going to start thinking about, oh, how can I improve this? Or how can I improve my health? You know? But let's say you were consuming tons of, I don't know, short form content or looking at girls on Instagram or all that kind of stuff. Your mind will probably be just thinking about those things for the rest of the day, right? But what if you took away all those bad content that you're watching and instead replaced it for good content? Your thoughts and your mind would be way different and they would probably be so much better. Okay? This is one of the things that I feel like has really transformed my life and really has helped me out is consuming good content. Because when you start consuming good content, you're not just getting different ideas, but you're gaining knowledge about things that will benefit you in your spiritual life, your health, business, whatever it is. So start consuming good content, start gaining knowledge, start getting smarter. And if you do that, I guarantee you, these lustful thoughts, they're gonna start to go away. Okay? So consume good content. Okay? Now the fourth piece of advice and the final one is your crew. Your crew is basically just short for your friends. Okay? 50 Cent in his book called Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter talks about taking care of your crew and knowing who is in your crew. Now, friends are amazing to have, okay? I love talking to my friends, socializing, and all that kind of stuff, but one thing you need to be aware about is certain friends, because this might sound a little harsh, but there are certain friends who can lead you into sin or lead you into degeneracy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a little quick story. In one of my classes at school, I have a friend who only talks about girls and talks about very sexual stuff. Out of respect, I just listen and kind of ignore him. But because I sit next to him in class, that's basically the only thing he talks to me about. And well, him talking to me about these things, I started taking them in, you know? And then I began to start thinking about these things throughout the entire day, you know? Thankfully now I was able to move seats and not hang out with him, but this just goes to show how certain influences and certain friends could really, lead you to sin, and really affect your spiritual life and can really lead you into temptation. Okay? So I want you guys to really be aware about the friends that you hang around with, because your friends can either motivate you and inspire you and help you grow, or they can either keep you stagnant, lead you to sin, lead you into temptation, and all that kind of stuff. So really be aware of your crew and the friends you hang out with and your influences, alright guys? So those are the four pieces of advice that I can give you that will absolutely help you get rid of these lustful thoughts that are ruining tons of people's life. Okay? I hope that this video finds you well and that you will apply these principles, because these principles, I guarantee you, if you follow them step by step and begin to implement them into your life will transform forever. I wish you guys all the best. I will be praying for all of you guys, and I will be praying that you guys continue on your self-improvement journey, in your spiritual journey, and all those good stuff. Remember, guys, work hard, stay sharp, take risk, and trust God. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.